Hey everybody, how you doing? UPS PVD Dave here. Well, from the comments in the most recent video on the UPS PVD third-party hiring process, it sounds like a lot of you are not having a good time. UPS's decision to use a third-party recruiting agency for the initial stages of hire, quite frankly, you can't put it any other way, it's turned into a shit show dumpster fire. I guess I was immune from this as I had applied and been hired in May with the intention of running sometime during the summer, which they ultimately decided not to do, and I'm just guessing that an application lasts about 6 months from the application date to hire date, if you will, and that would have covered my ass in this case. Most of you are reporting the same set of circumstances. You went to the UPS jobs, you applied for the job at the hub that you wanted to work at, then a third-party recruiting agency contacted you, you went through the initial giving them of personal information and so on and so forth. Some of you received emails or texts that directed you to the Cornerstone Learning Center and you went to the orientation. Some of you have replied that you have not seen that video. You're wondering if it's going to be done live at the hub. That I cannot answer. And then you show up at the hub the day that you were scheduled to by the third-party recruiting agency, and the UPS personnel at the hub were not expecting you. I asked Diane at my hub yesterday if they were using the third-party recruiting agency or if it was just in certain markets, and she replied, no, it is nationwide, and she says it is a disaster. Due to my past experiences as a UPS PVD, most of my videos have taken a tone of unicorns, rainbows, and sweet puppy breath on your face. I love this job, but it's time to take off the gloves and let's get realistic. This is f***ing ridiculous. Viewer Angela from Hattiesburg, Mississippi has been in contact with me through the comments quite a bit over the last couple days. She's been really interested in this UPS PVD job, and she saw the video yesterday about the hiring snafu, and she goes, well, shit, I'm supposed to be there at 9 today. This was yesterday. I said, well, I'm heading out, get back with me. She says, well, about 20 or so people showed up this morning for orientation here in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. They locked the door, turned off the lights, and tried to act like they didn't know we were out there. We finally got someone to come tell us they didn't know we were coming. There'll be no training today, no orientation. They only have 3 drivers on staff right now, and they don't know when or if they will need anybody or not. We just have to wait for another call back. Another viewer, Liebermacher66, I hope I pronounced that correctly, said, my situation was weird. I went to orientation last Thursday, got hired and given an ID number. I trained with a manager on Friday for 20 stops, then did 20 more stops on my own for another package driver. I did 40 stops for 2 drivers on Saturday. Monday I got a text saying stand by for a call from my driver, but never got a call. Sat in my car for 3 hours waiting because they've been sending me 30 miles from my house to help out other drivers. It's 10 a.m. Tuesday and the same thing. Dispatch will say a driver will call me, but nothing. So I'm just going to wait at my house to see if I get a call today instead of sitting in my car on standby. Another weird thing is I got another email and text that my orientation at the same hub is on November 10th when I've already delivered for 2 days. Oh my God. Jared says, got 90 packages on my first day, 81 the next. The driver who dropped it off was a new hire and had the road manager with him. After dropping off my packages, I had twice as many packages as they did in the actual UPS delivery truck with 2 employees. I worked nonstop, no break, no food, and worked 13 hours the first day. 8 p.m. at night, I got a shotgun pointed at me by a drunk homeowner. Needless to say, I quit on the 3rd day. Their expectations are absolutely ridiculous for the first couple days. Yes, Jared, that's a truly terrifying set of circumstances, and unfortunately not every hub is run as professionally as mine and others are. I don't blame you. I would have quit too. In one of my recent question and answer videos on the UPS PVD job, UPS YouTube channel replied to one of the people that had some questions and said, feel free to contact us if you need help. I hope they're watching these videos. So we'll wrap this up and you go, okay, PVD David, what have you got for us? Well, I don't see this ending very well for a lot of you. This is just a complete disaster. UPS hired this third-party recruiting agency, and the recruiting agency is not doing its job. The main snafu seems to be the transfer of power, if you will, from what the recruiting agency does to what UPS does. Again, I hope you're paying attention, UPS. Peak season's here. I mean, it's just literally next week. And I imagine UPS is feeling the pain of this whole complete cluster because they don't have PVD drivers where they need them. I also fear, much like with Jared, some less than professionally operated hubs are going to be scrambling and possibly dump a lot of crap on you and not do a very good job of training you for this position. I still think you should take some initiative and call the hub if you got the number, or actually physically go there and let them know where you're at in the whole process. Hopefully you're working with a good hub and they can get you in there. But go with your gut, people. If you smell smoke, suspect that there's fire. While it's no consolation for you guys that are going through these extreme measures, my guess is that there's probably a majority out there that are going through orientation and a transfer over to UPS with no problems whatsoever. Again, that does not take away from those of you that are experiencing these troubles. It is my hope that there's enough percentage of you that are experiencing these troubles and UPS hubs that are going to be short on PVDs because of this situation that they drop this third-party recruiting agency for next peak season. So one last time, run with your instincts, what your gut tells you. If the people at the hub that you're dealing with seem genuine, maybe stick it out for a little bit longer. If they're using you as a punching bag, get the f*** out. It's a little embarrassing to have to make a video of this caliber, and I'm taking it a little bit personally, but you know what? Shit rolls uphill. UPS, pay attention, please. Alright guys and gals, that's all I've got for you today. Hopefully you can take something from this video and put it to use for yourself. Thanks for coming along for the ride, and hope to see you next time.